Hello, and welcome back to another video with Amualani. This is episode 12 in my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play Season 2 series. Now, we are in dire straits with the drink. And there's a few things I think that kind of contributed to that. I've also been quite frustrated with the lack of being able to get stuff dug out. The lack of dwarves coming in that I can assign to other things. The fact that I had to have all of my nobles and administrators be my main miners. And that's a big reason why we haven't been able to get things dug out. It's also been... So things I think that kind of contributed to the lack of drink. We had a ton of drink, I think when we were at, what was it, 14 population? And then our population kind of exploded, and I wasn't watching the drink very much. And when our population exploded, it exploded in a way I wasn't expecting, a way I haven't experienced, and a way that I don't like. We have a ton of kids. We had 19 before this most recent the migrants coming in, which is literally a third of our population. We can't assign those kids to anything. They can't help with digging things out. They can't help with planting. They can't go herbing. They can't mine. They can't make the rock blocks forest. So in that regard, I've never had so many kids so fast. We have a large population, and it feels like I can't get anything done. And I've never experienced that. There's also... the couple of large groups that came in were large families. And then when we go through and we're looking at the dwarves, they have a ton of family that aren't here. And it feels like a little bit of that family is the one that's doing a lot of the migrating here. And that family seems to all be farmers. So I'm really beginning to doubt my ability to get all the different guilds here. It's probably just not going to happen. But I kind of realized after filming the last episode that that's okay. This is a different game experience, and I just need to shift in how I play. We're probably going to have an herbalist guild in this one. I really am going to focus on having a planters guild as well, and we're getting a lot of beekeepers, honestly. So we may just have a lot of the individual farmer guilds, which could be kind of cool. I've never experienced that. And we may not have all the guilds in this world, and that's probably okay. But our drink situation is getting dire, and so I have figured out sort of some steps here that I'm going to take to fix that. Something else that did kind of contribute to the drink is I'm very used to the elven and human traders showing up. And so when I asked the diplomat for the dwarf trader for stuff, I'm not used to having to ask or even look at our food and drink situation. Because I'm able to buy the food from the human and elven traders when they come. And that hasn't happened in this world either. So there were just kind of a lot of things that kind of contributed to now we're kind of in dire straits. So, first things first is I am going to go through and we are going to look at the migrants. Okay. So, let's see here. Oh, we have another animal trainer. Nice. They are an adequate miller and spinner, and a novice organizer and record keeper. I love the fact that they're a miller and spinner, but I kind of want to keep them in the animal trait for now. Let's go in and look at their items. So, no X's. And everything has a bracket. Okay. They have a spouse and 4 kids. Spouse came. Looks like no kids. But yeah, this is that giant family that I was talking about. They're just starting to come in. But these guys have some different traits. Nice. Creative, bashful, not wasteful, fearless, strong, quarreler. I'm just gonna leave them in the animal. I would love to, the fact that they're strong, add them to sort of the rock block stuff, I think. But the fact that they're miller, we'll be able to add them to milling later on once we have that set up. But for now, I think we're just going to add them to animal care. Because I kind of want them to stay green. Okay. Shoot, as I say that, they're already, I'm curious. Let me come down and zoom out. And yeah, it looks like we do have our meeting hall. Or this is for our farmers guild that we have a petition for. Okay. And we're going to remove that. We'll accept. And this is our farmers hall. So we're going to come into guild hall. Down. This is the general farmers hall. $15 workers, 14 members. Okay. Farmer guild hall. And then we are going to set this whole thing to smoothing on a 1 priority. Oop. We do have other things that do need to be smoothed on a 1 priority. We'll do 2 on this. Okay. I'm looking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yours to the brewer. 12, 13, 14, 15. So it is, as I thought, it's the ones that have this color for their name that are part of the guild hall. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, let's look at this. We have an adequate trapper, adequate fisher dwarf, adequate presser. The items, the clothing, none of it has the X, none of it's worn, and it all has the brackets. They do have a spouse and a kid. Looks like the spouse came, so did the kid. No. Aunt. Uncle. Yeah, this is part of that big family. They value truth, disdain leisure time, strong, values nature, frail, and poor social awareness. For right now, I'm going to leave them as a trapper. I definitely do want an animal training or the animal care guild in this world. We do have the giant creatures as well as elephants, peregrine falcons. I'm going to want to do some trapping and a lot of stuff with animals in this world. So the ones that are green, I'm not going to add them to other things for right now because I want them to stay green. And right now, our farming, if we add them to farming, our farming is kind of all that's happening. Or fisher dwarf. I just need to be careful about that. So we're going to add them to animal care. But I don't think I'm going to add them to the military. Okay. Come down. This fisher dwarf, I'm actually going to come in and we're going to remove them from the plant gathering and leave them as fishing. Because we do need a source of protein for our dwarves, and the fishing is a big source of that. So we'll leave them as our fisher dwarf. Okay. We have another farmer who has come in. Adequate milker, adequate beekeeper. Nice. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably wind up with a beekeeping guild in this one. Which will be a first for me. Okay, so no X's on any of the clothing, and it all has the brackets. The X's being worn out, I'm starting to look at the migrants as they come in. I'm curious if they can come in with worn clothing, and so far it seems like no. Okay, and they came in with a duck. Okay. And relations, they have, yeah, older brother is here. Yeah, this is, again, part of that just huge family. This is where we're getting a lot of our migrants from. They value introspection, high stamina, distrustful, loner, sickly, and poor intuition. I don't think we're going to add them to the military. That being said, they are a milker and a beekeeper, so I'm going to add them to both farming and beekeeping. Actually, are they... If we want the beekeeping industry, I mean, they are a milker and we don't have... we may not get the beekeeping guild, because the beekeepers are getting assigned to other things. So it's just going to be a while before I can get the beekeeping up and running. That being said, let's come up and look at, do we have milk? Oh, you know, we're not doing horrible on the milking. Let me come in and look. Looking. So Meng is an adequate milker. Edom is an adequate milker. We have a competent milker in our doctor. Honestly, I think the doctor we might take off of milking now. The fact that we have a couple of adequate milkers that came in. And then a blow is a novice milker. We'll take them off milking too, honestly. I think. So. And we'll let the doctor become a doctor. So we're going to add Meng. Okay. And then on this one, we're going to come in, we're going to add that other milker. Well, add a perfect. You know what? No. I know I keep changing my mind on this, but I kind of want them to become a beekeeper. So we're going to take them off farming. And come up, and we're going to fix those. We're going to have this other milker. Kind of do both for right now. And that's okay. That's going to be what they do. Okay, so we have Shorast who came in, who is an adequate shearer and adequate gilder. The items came in, they do not have anything worn, there's no X's, and it does all have the brackets. They do have a pet. We need to go check the pets here. Part of that big family. Okay. They have high willpower, poor empathy, poor social awareness. They are strong, ambitious, and hateful. Let me come up and check the shearing workshops. I think the shearing we have assigned. So this guy, the fact that they are strong, and we don't need any more gelders. I think I'm high willpower and strong. I'm going to add them. We need more stone cutters. I'm going to leave them as stonecutters only for right now. We can add in the furniture later, but right now we're needing some stone cutting. We need some smoothing. We need some rock walks. Yes, we do need the furniture, but that's a little bit lower priority. Okay. Come down. We have a potash maker. Nothing has an X on it. It all has the brackets. Come in and check the relations. Again, part of that huge family. We don't... they value competition. They are creative. They have good spatial sense. They are vengeful. They are patient and low willpower. The fact that they are creative... they could almost be good in the military. And I think we're going to add them to a different guild. I'm just... we need miners. We need... Honestly, we need crafters. Somebody to help with the clothing. So I'm going to add them to crafts, actually. And we're going to come in... Militia commander. We need another clothing workshop. We'll do Gabbro on the boulder. We're going to assign that person to clothing. That's something else about our population exploding is our clothing wears out every 2 years. So we're going and our militia commander is training half the year. So we can't have him be the only one working on our clothing. That is something that we need to focus on. And that was our potash maker, I think. I mean, it would be nice. I'm torn. Let me come in and look at our ashery. So ashery, we have an adequate potash maker and an adequate lime maker. I come down and we have several adequate potash makers. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have Nish go back to not being a farmer. Let's look at Nish. They are an adequate weaponsmith. Yeah, they're deep in the farming here. It would be nice to have the potash maker, but Nish... Okay, I think we're going to take Nish off of the wood burning. And we do have the legendary wood burner, an adequate wood burner. So our potash maker... They are creative, good spatial sense, patient. Yep, I'm good with them going crafts. I'm also going to add them to the military. Toulon. Reg. Bob. You know what? No, we're not, because we need somebody clothing-wise who's not military. No, we're not. Okay. We do have a second soap maker. Look at the items. They are worn, or nothing is worn, rather. They do all have the brackets. Come in. So part of that same huge family. Disdains knowledge, high social awareness. Vain, sickly, recovers slowly, disdains friendship. So definitely not adding this person to the military. You know, we could add this person to the crafts instead. make them a clothing person, because we don't need 2 soapers. And then the potash maker we could add to the military and add them to something else. Creative, good spatial sense, patient. You know what? We don't have anyone in the engraving. We're not doing a ton of engraving. I'm gonna add them to stoneworking. And then Toulon. Right, Bob. Okay. And it does look like that was everybody. Oh, you know what? I mean, yes, the furniture would be nice, but right now our only person really in the wood industry. I need some help in the wood industry. Potash maker, we need to put them in the wood industry instead of the stoneworking. Yes, I want extra stoneworkers, but 1 extra in the wood industry would be good. Woodworking. Okay. That being said, we're going to come down. We're going to come in here. We're going to add that potash maker here. We're going to do some work orders. For some barrels. We're just going to have them make an extra 10 barrels right now. We'll come in, we'll do a work order on the crossbow. Step ladders they're working on, and we're going to do another 10 wheelbarrows. Okay. One thing I am going to do, back to squads, I'm going to come in, I'm going to select all, and we're going to off duty on everybody. We just need folks available to get some of this these projects done. I am also going to come in, we're going to come over to labor. The mining, we absolutely just need to get it done. I'm going to add all these legendary miners back in. I'm not going to add the stone carver because I want them to get legendary in the stone carving first before we add them back to the mining. Plant gatherers. Nish does not have any skill in herbing, so I think I'm going to take them off of herbing. We're going to add we do need to add somebody else. Flat out. Soap maker's going to help with the clothing. I just need to get the planting up and going. There's nobody else that I really want to go out urban. Okay. That being said, I do need to change the priorities on some of this here. Let me come up and check. We did add 1 person to the military, but this stuff is not dug out yet. To get that person a bedroom. I will finish drawing the bedrooms here for this squad. They can take their time digging out the rest of it. We don't have that many in the squad yet. Okay, smoothing. We're going to do a 1 here in the middle. And we're just going to get this stuff smoothed. Okay. We're going to come down. And we need to change the priority on the digging here. And come up. And we need to get the planting up and running pronto. And we'll do the stairs. See if we can change the priority on the stairs here. We can. Okay, nice. And then this is the above ground planting, so I'm okay if that stays on a 3 priority. But this is the floor that we really need to get dug. This can be on a 2. That's for the potash area. This needs to be on a 1 priority. We do have 3 people assigned to planting with nothing to do, planting-wise, so we need to fix that. Now we are going to come down. That being said, and I did kind of decide on the staircase being here. I think I'm going to change that. So this is elevation 31. This is for the beekeeping. The beekeeping we're actually going to get dug out as well. We did have, so this is where the staircase was coming up. I do want a separate staircase for the beekeeping. And honestly, this can be on. This can be on a 3 for the beekeeping. Yes, I want to get it up and running. And come down to elevation 31. And we're going to have a door right there, followed by, we'll do double door, that's fine, followed by a hallway. And we're going to do a double door right there as well. Reason being is we do want the bees can get out and sting other folks, so we want some extra doorways to kind of help protect our dwarves from that. Okay, that being said, looking at, we're going to go with a 1 priority on this to start getting the seed stockpile up and going as well. Okay, so that'll be for our walkway. This, we don't have to do walls. Okay. Or I'm doing 3x4. This is going to be for the underground seeds. 3x4, 3x4. you know, we'll have a three-way doorway. Okay. And then this can be on a 3. You know what? No, we need to get the seeds up and going. Okay, so walkway. So 2, 2, 2. Okay, so 4, 5 by 4. Okay, so this will be for fruits. Space. This will be for plant fiber. Space. This will be for flower plants. Okay, then we're going to come over. Those are the 3 big categories. And then over here is going to be other plants. This will be dye plants. And I think those are kind of the 5 categories. Okay, so these are gonna be the 2 seed stockpile areas attached to our kitchen floor here. Bembo has become a miner. You have struck pyrite and rubicell. Logum has created masterwork. Step ladders and woodbed. Migrants. Oh, we do need to go in and we did get in, I think, a pet, yeah, a cavivore. Okay. There's pet dog. Oh, grazer, grazer, grazer. There's a baby llama. We'll add them to the other grazer. We do have a dog. Okay. We'll add the llama over here and get them checked out. Add the llama. And then we have 2 pet birds. All right. Something else we do really need to get up and running are the nobles' bedrooms. We can't really put that off anymore, especially now that we have a baroness and baron. I'm just noticing they have a kill order here that I think we can cancel. Okay. So we're going to cancel. Okay. Yes, my military does need to get some training, but I just need my dwarves available to get these projects done. That being said, I am going to come in. Workers. Okay, so the Mistum is a weaponsmith, kind of permanently. Blacksmith. Let's look at our other weaponsmiths. Our tavern keeper is an adequate weaponsmith as well. You know, we're gonna leave it to Mistum. Okay, I'm gonna come in, and with that steel, we are going to make 2 steel picks. And we're going to make another steel crossbow. That being said, we're also going to make an iron pick. Okay, I did have to look it up. Garnerite and Sphalerite, we kind of are getting a lot of, and I haven't had a lot of that in other worlds. So I'm going to come in, and we're just going to, there we go, Hematite, Sphalerite, Tetrahedrite, and we're just going to get some more of all the bars here. Galena, Garnerite, Hematite. Okay. That being said, we're going to come in and we're going to start making some nickel and zinc is what we're getting. Oh, which we can't make into weapons, apparently. Alright. I was going to make those into bolts. Let's go check if we have much silver. Okay, we do have a bit of copper. That being said, let's make a couple more copper picks then. Let's do copper pick. Copper pick. We'll do iron. We'll do an iron battle axe. And then we're going to do copper bolts. Okay. We're going to come and we are going to get some more wood chopped down. Okay. And we're just going to hit play, and we're going to let our dwarves take care of a little bit of business here. This we are, yep, on. And I think it was the soap maker that we made. Soap maker, Dodok, crafts. Okay, yep. So they're the one that we're going to add over here to our clothing. Okay, work orders. We need some tunic or trousers. We're going to go dress and tunic. The trousers we will go 20 on. And then we're going to come in, we're going to do yarn shoes. We'll do 10. And then we'll start doing some, we'll do some silk gloves maybe. And we'll do 10. Okay. That being said, we are also going to do a few silk cloaks. We'll do silk robe. Silk robe. Okay. We're going to come up. We're going to check our orders here. We're going to do silk trousers, tunic and dress, we'll do 5 and 5, and then we're going to do cloth socks and cloth loincloth, and just get some replacement clothing going. And then work orders on the, we'll do some leather shoes as well. And a leather cloak and leather coat, leather so we've got dress, trousers, and tunic. And let's folks get some replacement items. Okay, I am going to come up and check. Okay, those bedrooms are complete. Those bedrooms are complete. Okay. Come down. Yeah, okay. The merchants will be leaving soon. An animal has grown to become a stray boar. Muscle shell earring. This was, you know, we released everybody from the military training, and so they gained skill. Imposed a ban on certain exports. So we have a ban on toy hammers and a ban of leggings. Okay. Oh, speaking of, we do have so many kids. So we're going to come in and we're going to do rock toys. I'm going to do a couple of work orders. Toy, rock, toy, rock, toy, rock, and toy, rock. Okay, so Allanite, Dacite, Gabbro, and Microline. We're going to do 3 of each. Then we'll come over and do some individual rock toys. Let's also go in and do nest box. Out of Halloween, let's do those last 2. Okay. Rock, toy. We're going to start getting some higher quality on toys. Okay. So we'll do andesite. Cobaltite. Yeah, we'll do a brimstone. Sure. We'll do the mica. I kind of don't want to do. Orpiment I don't want to do. Orthoclase we can do. Pyrolusite we can do. Railgar. Slate. And we'll do an extra cobalt type. Okay. Okay. Fruit drink from plant. We're gonna keep on top of this. I am also going to come in to kitchen and make sure that we're shutting off. So labor, kitchen, shutting off all of our drink here. You know what, we need to shut off the tallow as well, so we have some tallow available. Okay, cassava beer we need to shut off. Okay, so ashery, this was potash. We do need actually to do the lime maker. With adequate lime maker in our miner. Okay. Make lye. Make lye. I think, oh, you know, that's gonna get canceled because we need to make some ash. Okay, let us also come in and do totems. Recorder, we're gonna make some ash, and recorder, we're gonna make some charcoal. Okay, Toulon is getting a bedroom here. Bedroom and site. Furniture, bed, cashew bed, door, we'll do a microline door, and a microline cabinet. Perfect. Okay. We're going to come up with, we are going to check flooring here. Check our gapper blocks. Dacite blocks we have 25. Gabber blocks we only have 11. Okay. Did have 25 on the site, so let's come in, get that up and running. Let's come up and check the pigs. Butcher this one. You know, we do have a large number of kittens. We're going to have to, I think, deal with the population and get them separated here. Retrieve the plant, yes. Process plant. Stray boar has been slaughtered. Lots of masterpiece items. Step ladders, wheelbarrows, coffer table. That has become a miner. Kimberlite, light yellow diamond, waxville, light yellow diamond. Woo! This is a diamond cluster. Wow. That's a high value gem. That might actually be worth mining out. Alright, you. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go check. Tigerfish is fighting. Dog hunting dog. Crash dwarf is fighting. Urist, I think, is our militia commander who is also hunting. Yeah, hunting. Okay. Light yellow diamond. We have a baby llama. Merchants have embarked. Miners Guild has been established. Yes. Okay. Now I don't mind so much if the miners get pulled back into other areas. For right now, I'm gonna leave everybody mining because we just need to get some stuff dug. Okay. That being said, let's come check our progress here. So the petition outstanding is still for the Farmers Guild. I think that has to do with the value, which you can check. Here, agreed to build guild hall. Meeting place, I need to meet the value of 2,000. Okay, let's just have them come and they are kind of crazy busy. Lapis lazuli cluster. Okay, they are digging that out. This now needs to also be on the 1. Sorry, I'm just concentrating here. I kind of do want to leave it playing, but I don't want to make any mistakes here like that. Okay, get the guild house, guild hall dug. Okay, so petition, new guild hall, approve. They are slowly getting things moved. We are getting some rock blocks done. Okay, this needs to be kind of high priority. Which I think we assigned someone when we come in to the stone cutting labor. Yeah, lead and Shoras to, let's assign lead here. Yeah, they're not novice skill, so they can't come help. So let's assign lead. And then who was the other guy? Shorast. We're going to assign to the Gabra blocks here. Okay. We're gonna get these blocks done here. Okay, lead is going. Here comes Shorast. Very nice. Urist has gained skill as a militia commander, and Dodak has become a clothier. Very nice. We have Sibrick, a spear dwarf, visiting. Several. Oh, nice. The Kimberlite stuff has been completed. Animal has grown to become a stray dog. We have a pet dog. I'm going to pause actually and come check out. So a lot of our grazing is kind of starting to become a problem. So I think we're going to start butchering some of the animals here. You know, we'll guild and we'll guild those two, and we can adopt those two. That's fine. Stray kid goat. Stray mule. I think we'll geld. A lot of the... I don't mind gelding the male animals and assigning them as pets. Oh, we're definitely going to geld you. Let's come check the cabby boar. We're also going to geld the cabby boar. You know, nanny goat. Goat kid. Yeah, I think we're going to butcher. We're starting to dig out. Okay, nice. So my theory with planting, gonna come in farm plot. If you'll notice, oh, must be once it's actually built. Once you build the farm plot, it says something about the soil not being very good. Cavern soil is best. And my theory is we have the caverns unlocked. If we let it grow moldy, then we're gonna have some nice soil. I am leaving the walkway all the way around, but now that it's dug, we're gonna let it grow the mold before we actually build the farm plots here. That being said, let's come up and check out. Okay. Let's go in and this is going to be out of the allanite blocks. Let's see how many we have. I don't think we have many. Okay, barely enough for one section here. Shear animal has been completed. Lots of nice masterpiece. Many things. We've struck allanite. So, okay, we've run out of silk, that's fine. Tigerfish is fighting. Brown zircon, kimberlite coffer has been completed. The nanny goat, okay, starting to slaughter. Buck rabbit is fighting, that's the gelding that's happening. We have struck native gold, very cool. Petition is eradicating monsters tonight. Okay. This we can get rid of. Starting to get lots of gabbro blocks, very nice. Let's come up to our entrance. And do... Oh. Winter is starting. I will paint a new batch of herbs for them to go gather. As soon as I get this flooring in place. This is gabbro. 35 hour, 1 short. We'll do all. And the two folks that we do have assigned to the herbing, I think, are busy doing other things. Yeah, one's a Baron, one is a High Master Herbalist. Okay. Let's come up to our barracks. And we will furnish. got weapon racks. Let's finish those weapon racks. Keep building after placement. Weapon rack. Kimberlite. And then this is andesite over here. We'll just start getting this placed. Armor stand. Get all of our armor stands in. Let's get the andesite in. Okay, and then chest. And we don't have enough on that, that's okay. And let's come and check and see if we have any new brewing that we can do. Let's come check on their progress. They're not doing any smoothing yet. They are kind of doing, I think the rock blocks are kind of a higher priority for them. Let's go check the labor, see stone cutting. So we've got novice stone cutter on Shorast. Led is still working on it. I think I'm going to leave Shorast where they're at, and we're just going to get those Gabber blocks in, and then we'll take them off and let them go do some other things. Dacite blocks are kind of happening. Okay, let's come up. Let's resume construction there. Let us $57, nice. So I can actually do 2 more. Oh, maybe 1 more. Come down. Yep, Gabber blocks. We're slowly getting the Gabber blocks. Have them come in, construct the dirt road. Doing that in smaller chunks. Okay. Let's come in and do lie. do we have? Soap from tallow. Nice. Okay. Nish has grown to become a peasant. Oh, we did get another peasant. Okay. Stray kitchen is giving birth to a kitten. Animals going to become a stray donkey. The animals we really kind of do need to look at. Lots of masterpiece items. Struck horn blend. Okay. Spin thread. Yeah. Make door. Table throne. Okay. We'll add that back into the mix here. See how we're doing on barrels. Seems like we're doing good. And yeah, we got lots of extra barrels. Okay. Let's go check out Toulon in the woodworking is a novice carpenter. Okay, so they are starting to get some skill. Olon is now an adequate bowyer. I think we'll hit play. Come down. And nice, we did get the Pericles. We do have anhydrite. The smoothing kind of needs to happen, but they're just so busy with rock blocks. Okay, so let's come in. Rock blocks. So this will be for Pericles. So 14 to 10, so it's 5. Okay. And then we'll come in and we'll do Pericles. Check on the allanite blocks. 20. Nice. So we can do a couple more. Alright. Time to start placing beds and furniture for kids. Lots of the same type of beds going in here. Get the lower quality beds placed here. Okay. Doors. You know, we do have some low quality doors in here, but I think just getting a door in place is going to be a little bit more important than the quality of the doors. Okay. Gonna come in. Do some of these lower quality cabinets. Okay. Play. And we'll just start getting some kids assigned here. I don't think I'm gonna let them place the furniture here. We'll actually set up the bedrooms next episode. This episode is getting a little bit long. I am gonna come up. That being said, and we're gonna double check the brewing. Okay, we're back up and operating here. We will come in, get some floor going. We'll get this bit done. Metazite. We've only got 9. Okay. Come in, check the gap row. Okay, 53. That's probably enough to finish. Ah, 1 block short. Okay. Now it's fine if the trees grow back. We just won't chop them down if they grow right at our entrance. Okay, and I'm going to see if we got the extra Gabbro block now. And we do. Awesome. Alright. Now we're going to do paved road. And this we're going to do out of Gabbro. We could do out of boulders, but yeah. Yeah, we'll wait for the blocks. You know, that might be what we could do on the outside, is do road. And just have it be paved all the way around. Alright. Let's come take a look here. Eradicating monsters, deny. Gained skill as a crafts dwarf. That was the petition for the axeman that we just denied. We have struck several materials. Door, crown, wool cloth, coffer, nest box, all masterwork. Several work orders. Okay. And let's come down. Okay, we get some stuff done. What is this? Chromite. Look at how pretty that is. Wow. That is so pretty. That being said, we're getting enough of that. Oh, okay. I think we're going to shut chromite off here in the boulders. Because that will get its own stockpile over here. Look at all the kimberlite. Ooh, we can finish our kimberlite coffers. Nice. And we do have some more orpiment, which is very nice. I think we're going to do another thing of orpiment rock blocks here. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and end the video there. There's still a lot more to do, but I don't want this getting any longer. So this is Moani. If you enjoyed the episode, please thumbs up it. If you enjoy what I'm producing, please subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next episode.